Have you ever considered the challenges that female journalists face while doing their job? Let's delve into a disturbing incident that occurred in downtown Kitchener. Krista Sharpe, a reporter for CTV Kitchener, was on Duke Street, going about her work, when an unexpected interruption occurred. As she was filming a report, a white vehicle drove past her. The people inside didn't just keep going. Instead, they chose to yell an offensive phrase at her. The impact of their words was immediate and profound. Sharpe, understandably distressed by this verbal assault, took to Twitter to share the incident. In a poignant tweet, she shared, "This is not funny, and it's not cool. As much as I'd love to say it doesn't bother me, it does. This still happens to female reporters everywhere, and it needs to stop." The incident was not just a vulgar interruption of a reporter doing her job, it was a stark reminder of the challenges and harassment female journalists can face. This incident caused an uproar in the community, with thousands of people tweeting support for the reporter and retweeting the video. But how did the community and authorities respond to such a distasteful incident, you may ask? Well, the response was swift and decisive. Waterloo Regional Police Chief Brian Larkin didn't hesitate to request an investigation into the incident. He publicly condemned the act, describing it as unacceptable, vulgar, and offensive. He further underlined that no one should be subjected to hate and bullying within their workplace. Larkin also pointed out that the video posted by Sharpe can serve as essential visual evidence in the case. But Larkin wasn't the only one to voice his support. Bell Media Communications also stepped in, issuing a strong statement. The company made it clear that the harassment directed at Krista Sharpe was offensive and not to be tolerated under any circumstances. They pledged to fully support Sharpe as the incident is investigated, ensuring that the reporter was not left to deal with the aftermath alone. The incident sparked discussions about workplace harassment and the treatment of female journalists, emphasizing the need for change. So, what can we do to prevent such incidents in the future? It's a question that echoes in the minds of many, especially in light of the recent incident involving Krista Sharpe. As we navigate through this conversation, let's remember that it's not just about preventing harassment in journalism, but across all walks of life. Firstly, we need to acknowledge that harassment is not a singular problem, but a reflection of societal norms and attitudes that need correction. It's about understanding that every individual, regardless of their profession, gender, or background, has the right to feel safe and respected in their work environment. We must take a stand against these acts, not just as individuals, but as a community. If you witness harassment, don't ignore it. Call it out. Silence can often be mistaken for acceptance, giving the perpetrators the misguided notion that their actions are without consequences. However, calling out harassment is only the first step. We must also support the victims, offer words of encouragement, lend a listening ear, or simply stand in solidarity with them. It's vital to let them know that they are not alone, that their feelings are valid, and most importantly, that the incident was not their fault. We must also educate ourselves and others about the effects of harassment. It's not just an unpleasant incident that can be shrugged off. It can have serious psychological impacts on the victim. It can instill fear, self-doubt, and can even affect their performance at work. It's important to recognize this and ensure that the conversation around harassment includes the mental health aspect as well. Creating a safer, more respectful environment is not an overnight task, but a continuous process. It requires consistent effort from each one of us. We need to foster a culture of respect, where every individual is valued for their work, their ideas, and their contribution, not judged or harassed based on their gender or appearance. Institutions, too, have a major role to play. They need to create policies that protect their employees from harassment. These policies should not only define what constitutes harassment, but also lay out the consequences for the perpetrators. The process of reporting such incidents should be clear, confidential, and most importantly, supportive of the victim. Finally, let us remember that change begins with us. Each one of us has the power to make a difference, to contribute to a culture of respect and dignity. Let's use that power wisely. Let's stand up for those who are targeted. Let's educate those who are unaware. And let's support those who are brave enough to share their stories. In the end, it's not just about preventing harassment. It's about creating a world where every individual can work without fear, where they can thrive without being held back by prejudice or disrespect. It's about recognizing that everyone deserves respect, kindness, and the freedom to do their job without the threat of harassment. The incident involving Krista Sharpe is a stark reminder of the challenges we still face. But it's also an opportunity for us to come together, to stand against harassment, and to work towards a safer, more respectful environment. Because every individual has the right to feel safe, valued, and respected in their workplace. Together, we can create a safer, respectful environment for everyone.